I think the best sleep ever is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the best sleep. I'm just going to call it as I say it. So, we are continuing on with our wonderful expedition of drilling into this hellhole. For some it is hell, for others this is a fantasy of hell. That being said, we're doing okay. I just wish sales were better. I just not being a weirdo and just kind of whining, but all the messages I wake up to on eBay now is just literally, can you do better? Can you do 30% off? My mom just got a 50% off request on a silver spoon that was below silver value if you melted it down. And it's just like, oh. Like, they give me an idea. I'll get that offer, let's say on this item right here, and I will have it like 20 bucks. And I'll look up on eBay after I receive an offer of 12, and I'll be the lowest price or near the lowest price. Like, while other people are asking 30 and 40, and that's kind of a common thing now where people will look for the person who's selling it at the lowest or near the lowest and then ask them to go lower. And it's just like sign of the times, right? That being said, I know you guys want to see more higher end, but that's all the wonderful stuff is in that room right there. And I can't get in there. Those two little bastards are guarding it. Do you think you can take them? Because I can't take them. I walk by, they growl at me, they hiss at me, and I'm like, I'm not going in there. But that's where all the prototypes are. That's where all the rare, really unique stuff is. But I can't get in there. Maybe it's my imagination. I don't know. So, we will continue on our adventures with Saurus, which sounds like a 1970s like kids pop band. But it's not. They are wonderful, wonderful Japanese pieces. But we have many boxes of Saurus. So again, to recap, Kabaya is the company that produces these. They make candy toys, no production quality action figures or transformers, and the candy toys are sold at grocery stores because they have a little bit of candy with them, and then they have a little toy kit style thing to play with. Very cheap, very fun. Things come and go very fast with these toys, and if you want to just like shy away from like the high-end 80s and 90s stuff or Pokemon TCG, it is fun to collect this stuff because nobody's collecting these things, and they're cheap, they're fun, I love them. So that being said, Kabaya is the company that made the Transformers vintage candy toys. Huge variety there. Most of them actually transform, which is just killer. And then they also made these. So let's go to a regular box version. This is the basic assortment of Hone. You can see the little boxes cut there, the number 7 showing. They have on the side of the box the 4 characters you can receive, then 4 more, and that's number 7. So this Mastodon character is inside this box. I fell in love with this series like my 3rd trip to Japan. At that point, they already were like on the 3rd or 4th series. They were cheap, they're fun. Pretty much the whole concept is they are glow-in-the-dark skeleton dinosaurs and then later other creatures and humanoids and wizards and crazy stuff. But then you get to build a figure as well with the little extra accessories that come inside. And it just, again, anything that glows in the dark, I am in it. I am excited. That is my go-to in order to having a bad day. So this set is probably, we have a 10th anniversary right there, so we're already 10 years in. Love the artwork. They're showing all the characters. There's a wizard. There's a wizard Hone. So we'll go through these guys for you. We have a T-Rex. We have, looks like a Kentrosaurus. It's called like Erosaurus. A little baby on the back. We have a Nuctosaurus. Then we have a turtle. I'm going to try the Japanese. We have I look like a hadrosaur, a dire wolf. Oh my lord, a mastodon, and then we have a wizard skeleton that glows in the dark with this little witch hat. I think that is stellar. And that's how this series was. It's just so much fun. And again, in the store, they're $1.29 each, roughly. That's it. It's just How can you say no? When I move these aside, we'll get to them shortly. We have a lot of duplicates in here because I would just go to the store and I just buy and buy and buy. I made one store go daffy because they would come in a box like this is the bottom of the tray, and there would be a whole set of, well, there's 10 in this one, so I guess there's 2 duplicates of a set of 8, and then I would just walk in and just buy the whole box, and it's like, $10. And then I would go like 2 days later because they would order more, and I just grab the whole box. So this one store, they're checking their computer output, and they're like, "Oh my God, we sold out all those in one day. Go order some more." We sold out again. Go order some more. And then I came back like the third or the fourth time, and they had 6 of these. And then I was like, I'm good. I'll just leave those there. And they're like, "What happened? Why did he stop buying?" Just causing chaos as usual in Japan. So we have this set. Look at that artwork, the colors, the dynamics. So again, each character will have a little extra parts and pieces to build a larger creature. And they foreshadow them in the background. So here's a 3-headed creature. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they do not. We will investigate. So we have this one, like a T-Rex, a deer, another type of pterodactyl, a type of brontosaurus, a little baby, which again is hilarious. I will not stop ranting about the concept of they're all dead dinosaur skeletons, yet you have a baby dead skeleton dinosaur. I mean, it's an egg. How does this work out? Is it really beautiful? Is this the circle of life on this strange alien planet? Or it's just like a morbid purgatory of just dead creatures? Really depressing stuff. And that's for you to decide. Then we have another dinosaur there, another hadrosaur. Oh my God, look at that. That's a Precambrian little creature there. The name just escapes me. Depurogaurus. Can't even try it. Oh, we got Skeleton Knight. Oh my God. And you can see the orange pieces are the extra parts and pieces, but they usually don't show. Towards the end, they were showing what the creature looked like at times because, this series went from just basic stuff like this, then the next series, and then they expanded. And that's why we're going to handle the larger ones a little bit later because it went from simple, wonderful toys. I love these the most, and it went a little more crazier, and that's why I was like, meh. But nonetheless, look at this set. See, mystery down there. It's a giant freaking squid. Skeleton, which is awesome. And they have like a pirate ship they're on, so there's a pirate hone. So we have our T-Rex, like the basic. We type of Kasumosaurus, which is like a type of Tyrannosaurus. Plesiosaur, a Dimetrodon, which technically is not a dinosaur. That is before the branch off of mammalian and reptile. Say hello to your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Then we have a type of Dilophosaurus, it looks like. We have another prehistoric. This is like a early rhinoceros, which I love when they did that stuff. Hammerhead shark, and then like a Viking skeleton. Again, you guys are with me, right? Like, how can you say no to fun, amazing toys like this for such great prices? And again, nothing on the back. They're not showing me the larger Build-A-Figure, but all in good time. We have a volcano explosion, which is always nice. And again, there's the foreshadowing of our 3-headed Hone. I guess at some point, someone at Kabaya was like, dude, we got those 3 heads. It's my thing. It's my personal fetish. Which is, I don't know how you got to that point in your life where that's your fetish. But I don't want to know that story because I don't want to turn into that either. We have, again, basic T-Rex, Styracosaurus looking Plesiosaur, and they're all different. They were not doing that many reissues. If they did a reissue, they recolored it, which we'll get into a little bit later. Then this is just, like, again, there's someone's like, we gotta have a piece that attracts girls. Like, we gotta get some portion that some girl might like. Oh yeah, so we're gonna have a dead dinosaur that glows in the dark. We're gonna have a dead baby dinosaur skeleton in the egg, which, it's just, again, depressing. That the dinosaur can push around, but it'll also be made out of dead dinosaur skeleton bones because that's how they roll on this world. I just love that stuff. I love going a little more deeper than I should versus just being, oh, that's cute. 'cause I'm crazy. Saber-tooth, or like a white tiger. Dilophosaurus, flying like phoenix. Microraptor. Microraptor? Fascinating. And then we have an archer skeleton. Bam! So this is like the best of the series. Like the first stuff is really basic, and they were rolling with this. And then, as I said, we'll get into the other ones where it gets a little more. So these are all duplicate stuff. I need obviously 8 to complete a set, so you have to look at each number, compare them. Look at this one. So we have the flying in the background, this giant green dragon, and all the accessories will be green highlighted. We have the basic T-Rex, we have an Rhinoceros, we have this funky doodle guy, Ronking Sukurum. I have no idea. Yeah, big mosasaur down there. That's awesome. Oh, like the Eurofonts, what are they called? I mean, again, I just know the basic one, not like every branch of every one they've ever found. I'm okay with some of the stuff, but not like that good. You guys might be. Got another bird. Well, these all have little babies with them. Isn't that crazy? And then the hunter skeleton has a baby pup, like dire wolf, that's with it. That is, love this stuff. Like sometimes we go through these toys, as you may hear me in the videos, I'm like, this is boring. You know, like I'm not too interested. Star Trek was just fun to look at because of the memories, but these are awesome. So we'll go through like one more of these, and we'll start talking about the more crazier stuff. Again, this whole series right here, I like this. This is like a fantasy role-playing game. They're in a labyrinth. There's a giant knight build-a-figure. There's like the team, the archer, the mage, the warrior. I mean, literally have a skeleton guy right behind him. I wonder if the dinosaurs are always like, what the hell is this? Like, what are these two-legged armored creatures? Like, they're not dinosaurs. T-Rex, nor dino, nor flying, or the giant head, well, giant brontosaurus style. Or Pachycephalosaurus style, or deer. And there's a skeleton knight. It's a Roman. Got a big Roman shield on it. Oh my god, that's... Dude. And again, the giant group block. You can just... All the limbs are ball jointed. And you can just pop them and put them on and do whatever you want. Just have a great time creating whatever monstrosity of evil from the depths of hell. You know, that's what toys are made for. So at that point, the toys were very basic. And they got really popular over time. And they started branching out. They started making larger sets, bigger sets. I mean, they made play sets. I mean, wow. So we're going to go into the bigger box sets. This is now Saurus of Japan, really the Meiji period, or am I a little off on that? We have samurai dinosaur skeletons. I mean, where's that movie? Sci-Fi Channel, right? So you can get a T-Rex, Brontosaurus, Mastodon. This comes with an insect, classic Chinese dragon, unicorn-style dragon, more insects, the Chinese demon dog, and a phoenix. And then on this side, you can see that they all turn into armor for the Hone. And then in the end, you can create some ungodly abomination with all the armor, which I'm like, I can see them building wonderful stuff. I built some of them, of course. They look great. When you get to like this, it's going to look horrifying. Then this box set, this is like a Mega Saurus, much larger than the normal ones, and they're just making them giant size because why not? Why not? And then at this point, they were going to showcase the big guy you build, so you can kind of see it's a little wonky. We're back to that one person that works at Kabai who has a 3-headed animal fetish, which pray to God he doesn't work at a goddamn zoo, because that will be all over the news worldwide, because it's not going to turn out right, guys. I'm just going to let you know. That guy, his fetish, and super glue, and a zoo, no, keep him away. So, wonderful set, only 6 characters. These look like they're beefed up versions of ones we just looked at. All of them look great. I just love this stuff more than I should. Now, let's get to a little more wacky. This is when I was losing interest. The color started changing. It was more focused on the armor, extra accessories, and building them up. And like that basic cuteness kind of just disappeared. And that's fine. It's just the nature of things need to be changed. The toy line might get stale. So we have, look at that, 10th anniversary again. T-Rex, now we got gold, blue, red, and glow-in-the-dark colors. You get 2 in that box, 2 in this box. Mastodon, little Ankylosaurus, and then all together they build this giant posable character, which does look pretty good. Like they actually did a very solid job in making this actually displayable. And it's still nice, but it just, as you can see, lost the heart of the original series I was showing you in the beginning. So on that note, we can get to whack it. Look at the size of this puppy. Boom, boom, boom. So we have now, again, Giga, not Mega, a Giga Black, which is not a nickname that I was given in high school, I'll tell you that. So we have Giant Raptor, Giant Styracosaurus, green glow-in-the-dark aspects with a black bone skeleton body. It pops. It really does look, colorful-wise, great. And then again, you can build his giant 450 millimeters long toy, the Gigasaurus. And then he can, again, transform it into this abomination from hell. This is like a Parasite Eve type creature. I don't want to see that. I just don't. So overall, you can see how much stuff I was buying. It was nuts. I just have, here's the straight cases. They're still sealed that I was walking the store and I was like, I'll buy all that. And there is a market forming around these. I've noticed some of the first, second, third, fourth, they can hit like 20, 30 bucks each in Japan, but we're in the US, so nobody even knows about these. And that's just how it is, man. Like I need to let go of these, keep one of each. But I'm going to wrap this puppy up with this one. This was hiding in the corner. I knew it was there because I'm evil. This is the Hone playset. Look at that. Look at that. They're living skeletons, but they feel it's all right to use a catapult to throw skulls around at their enemy. So they have adapted. They have grown. And not only are they able to combine into different creatures as skeletons, they also now have missile technology, which is a huge leap if you're just a skeleton dinosaur. Just walking around, and then you have missile technology. World has changed overnight. So this is really neat. You have the part of the play set that does little actions, like the little dinosaur head pops out if you separate it, includes a little guy. There's a little tinier guy down there at the little battle station. And then we have this portion, which is pretty cool. It has like a thunderstorm, a cloud that the pterodactyl's on. Just fun stuff. Then we have this one, which is even more crazy looking, a pit. And then this is the catapulting one. And then you can combine them all into this island-style play set to play with your little minifigures on. And even in the end, because nobody has oversight over this entire toy line, they're like, let's just make the island. No. Let's have it turn into an actual Hone giant dragon island. Oh, okay, fine with me. Just insanity. And this is just a sample of how much stuff they were making, and I have no idea where they are now. I still believe the toy line is being made to this day, but it became overwhelming. So there is your taste of Hone. And we will move on to the turtle tub after this, and thank you for watching the Hone episode. Bum, bum, bum.